Hi, good morning. Okay, it's 5:15, so I've just got down the boat. My intentions today, I'm going to go out, I'm going to do a little bit of lure fishing over a couple of wrecks until sort of slack water. It's going to blow up, I think, a little bit about 1 o'clock, so I'm hoping to be inside and on a reef at about sort of 11:30ish and try for some tope. So I'm just going to get the dog's life jacket up and I'll be round, maybe get the R5, if not I'll get the 6 o'clock lock. Okay, I managed to get the half-5 lock, so I'm going to head out. There's a couple of wrecks about, I think they're about 15 mile out, so I'm going to go and try them first and see if there's any pollock and maybe a few cod on there, just to see how we get on, and then I'm going to come inside and try a bit of tope fishing. The dog is round the side. Come on, down here, Skip. Right, okay, we'll bomb round. Okay, well I've just got out to this wreck now. Sea state's not too bad, a little bit windy, but I think it'll drop off a bit. A few ships around me, so I just need to be a little bit aware. But we should be ebbing, or we are ebbing. So I'm going to set my rod up. I'm going to use my lure rod and my lead heads today, so I'll set that up, and then by that time it'll give me a drift line. But yeah, I just got to be aware there's a couple of ships around me and whatever else. If I think they're coming close or whatever, then I'll whack my AIS on. But yeah, I'm not running around a bit. But yeah, I'll get set up and see. So I'm not sure what I'm going to get away with. I'll probably try 100 gram lead head, and then if not, you know, may have to go to a 150. But we'll see. Right, so I've got the drift line. Just being aware of these big old ships around me. But yeah, I've got my drift line now, so I think I know where I'm going. We're pretty textbook. Ebbing, so like that. So I'm going to get myself in position and come across this wreck. So what I'm going to do, straight away I'm going to go down with the 150. I've got a Savage gear on there, so I'll just try that one first. It's my lucky one. So I'm hoping there'll be some pollock on here. But we'll see. Right, so this is the lure I'll try today. We'll give this a go. Right, the wreck should be coming up here. I can see it starting to come up now, so get on. He's managed to get his life back straight away. And we're in 147 foot of water. Let's come up now. Just making sure that lure goes down on the bottom there, touching there. So the wind's blowing a bit, but not too bad. I think it's going to drop off about 7. My intentions were really to get about the 7:30 lock, but I was up early and I thought, oh, what the hell, let's go. Yeah, I'm starting to show some fish now. You can hear that bleeding. So I'll just make sure I'm down on that bottom. That's where they're showing it. Yeah, we're pretty textbook. We're drifting lovely. I'm going to do a little bit of a mixed bag today. I'm going to try a bit of wrecking on these 2 wrecks here. It's 2 quite close to each other. I'm going to try these first, and then I'm going to anchor up and try for some tope. I know there's some bull us out there, but I've got frozen bait. I don't know if I'm going to catch any mackerel, so I just bought some frozen anyway. But if they're Tope hungry, they'll take that. Right, we're right over the wreck now. Doesn't seem to be showing a lot of sand there. We're in front of it. Sometimes you'll find they're on the back edge, you know. Drop that down again. It's alright. Far down. The line's going out quite a way. You can see some fish on the back of it now. So we'll go back round and have another go. So let's see. Oh, there's another wreck. Yeah, there's loads of wrecks around here. So just going to give it a go. I'm just so pleased to be out. The weather's been a bit too hot for me for working, and I've been quite ill with this diabetes lately, killing me. But, yeah, I'd rather be out here smashing bricks down when it's done. Yeah, once you've set your first drift line up, then you can see where you're going and you can adjust yourself accordingly. You know, I always have my trails on so I can see where I'm going. Right, the wreck's going to come up in a minute. Right, I'm just on the front edge of that wreck now. This is where the fish are showing. So I'm right down on the bottom, that's where they're showing. The clarity of the water's pretty good today. At least we've got rid of that rain on. So there's some fish now on the back edge, so hopefully. Well, the sun's quite bright, so I've got these polarised glasses on there. But yeah, there's not, I've had a couple of drifts over that one, there doesn't seem to be a lot on there, but there's a wreck literally half a mile away, so I'm going to try that. It did have a net on it a while ago, but it's always, this is a renowned Pollock wreck, so I'm going to give that a try and see how we get on. I've just got to this wreck now, and it's only about 200 foot long, so I'll try and get on it perfectly. Okay. Quite a good wreck though. So there was a net here before, but I know roughly what way I'm drifting, so I reckon I'll be on the money there. Alright, let's get the lure down. So I'm going to flick it up the bow. By the time it gets down, it'll be somewhere level with me. It looks like we're going to drift about right. Turn the wheel, your engine, and it'll take you to where you want to be, helps you out the drift. So this is 168 foot. Looks like we're going to go through it lovely. Hopefully that net's not still there. Alright, so the wreck should be coming up in a minute and the lure is virtually down. So yeah, I'm on the bottom now. The wreck is just going to come up now. Couple of little bits of bleeding going on. Let's show the fish on the bottom. You can see where my first line was coming down here. Oops. Was coming down here, so I've just moved over slightly, so I'm hoping that should go right through. So I'm going to get my lure down now. Right, I'm just coming on it, so I'll get my lure down now. So I've moved over slightly. So I should be going through a part of the wreck. it's sort of about, you've got to find where these fish are. You've got to work the area, you know. So I'm on the bottom now, and the wreck should be coming up very shortly. So yeah, I'm over about probably 50 foot over, but it does make a hell of a lot of difference, you know. These they do hold in certain areas, so the wreck's just coming up now. Bit of bleeping they are on the bottom, seems to be. So I could probably work this area better and be more productive using a sidewinder, but as I said, you know, explained in previous videos, there's no comparison to catching a fish on a nice little live rod. I find it quite boring. Some of the bass guys go out and they have you know, 3 sidewinders on, and that's not fishing for me. I think it's all about contact with the fish, and this is the best way to do it. So they're down there, but drop down, make sure I'm down on the bottom. End up losing the lure. I'll just wind up a couple of turns. Yeah, so I've come across a totally different part of this wreck this time. But it doesn't seem to be the pay streak I'm looking for. Just coming to the back edge of it now. So I'm going to wind in and then change my position. So I know where the 2 lines are, so I just need to get in between those 2, I think, and that'll take me through the bottom part of the wreck. And what I'm doing, each time I go round, I go right round the wreck, so I'm not driving through it. You don't want to scare these fish, you know. I see so many people just steam straight through the wreck. It's just, well, it's pointless, you know. You're just going to scare the fish, even though they're sort of 175 foot down. They do pick up on noise and vibration. I mean, even going round it, you know, spooks them a bit, especially the bass. But I'll go back round. I'm going to go through the middle. My patience isn't great, so I will wreck off a little bit, but let's see what happens. I'm going to go through the middle of this. There's loads of wrecks around here, so we'll just have a try. So I'm going to fish till about 10 o'clock, I think, and then it'll be slack water. By the time I get down to the reef, I should just be starting to flood, which should be perfect for the tope, but I'll see if I can get some fresh mackerel. If not, then I've got a load of frozen, and I've got my my replacement bait dropper, so let's see if I can lose that one today. Right, I've come right in the middle of the 2 lines, or the 2 trails that I've just done, so you know, I'm working the whole of this wreck. It's only very small, but it does hold fish. And I haven't seemed to have hit that net. I'm not cursing it, because the lures that I'll be using a little bit later when the tide isn't quite so strong are sort of homemade ones, you know, they're cheap as chips. But this, if I lose this, this is about 12 quid, so I don't really want to lose this one. Well, I'm right on the wreck now, it's coming up. He's showing some fish down there, but I'm just going to let the line down, make sure I'm on the bottom. I'm just going to the end of it now. Oh, would you believe that? I've just hooked into something, just as I was reeling up. I don't think it's very big, but I'll take it. Probably a pouchet. It's not the monster of the deep, but something. definitely not a pollock, it's not diving. I'm not putting up much of it. Just come on. Would you believe that? The one that got away. Well, I just lost whatever, I don't think it was anything very big and probably only just foul hooked it, but at least I took something, but I'm finding it quite hard work to use that 150, so I've gone on to these sort of homemade ones, and it's only like 100 grams, I think it's 80 grams that one, so it'll be a bit lighter to use, so I'm going to try that, and got a lovely action on that body. So we'll go back over this wreck again. I think I'll go down the same grip line and see if I can get rehook it. Right, so I'm going to try this crazy eel body on a homemade lead head. So I'm finding the other one quite hard to work. This rod, this Tenru is designed for 100 gram lure, sort of maximum, but it does take them, but I'm just finding it a little bit hard work, so let's see if I can get something this time. Yeah, no, this is much better, it goes down nice and easy. So this has got a much better action than that large Savage here. I'm going roundabout, I'm going sort of through the same area as I have been. I'm finding that the fish are showing on the back end of it. So we're sort of halfway through it now. Well, we're just coming up it. So I'll slowly retrieve it. That's what I got to take last time. Right, I've come out to a wreck. I've just navigated myself through this shipping lane. There's quite a few big tankers and that out there, so I've stuck my AIS on, so I'm aware and they're aware that I'm around. So I'm going to try this one. Looks like I'm going to drift pretty good. So let's get the lure down. So I've changed again. I've got a sort of crazy eel tail and I think it's 80 or 100 gram head. So let's have a try here. So I'm in about 146 foot of water and the wreck's about 50 foot away from me, but it's sort of laying the other way of the tide, so I'm only going to go across parts of it. So let's see. You never know, I might get the mother load on here. Yeah, I think the boats are going away from me now, so I'm pretty safe. Right, it looks like the wreck's just going to come up. The lure's just virtually hitting the bottom. Yep, I'm on the bottom now. And the wreck's just coming up. I haven't fished this one for God knows how long, so you never know. So it's all about finding the fish. Very small wreck. Just coming across a little part of it now, so I'll work my way around it. Yeah, so I'm over it already. So let's just retrieve it and I'll go over. Thought I had a little take then. Right, let's go back round. Right, I've just come out to another wreck. This is one I really like. So I'm just going to drop down here. It's about 100 foot. And I'm right just coming onto the wreck now. Lure's virtually down. So let's hope we get a bit of success here. Right, lure's down. So, oops. This generally tends to be quite a good wreck, this one. It lays along the tide, so I've got to zip up and down this one to find out where the fish are working. You can see the wreck coming up now. It's coming quite prominent now from 100 foot to 80, so it's raised 20 foot. It'll take me a few drifts just to find out where these fish are,
And there they are. Oh mate, yes, there they are. Great. Yeah, that screamed off. That's a pollock. Let's try and tighten that up a little bit. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, that screamed off. That's a pollock, that one, I'm sure. Absolutely nailed it. I was going to come to this wreck first thing this morning, and I thought, no, I'll try these other ones. So then I just steamed back 10 miles to get back to this one. Let's see if I can get this on. I don't want to lose the fish messing about. Oh yeah, it's coming up now. Oh, yeah, it's no monster, but it's a beauty. Great. Yeah, nice little fatty. Yeah, beautiful. Well hooked through the nose. Yeah, pleased with that. Right, I've just come back round onto this wreck. I say that little pollock nailed it. Nice little fatty. Let's see, I'm virtually on the same drift line, so I'm on the bottom now. Just want to come up a couple of turns, don't want to be catching that wreck. I'm just starting to come, we're 100 foot, and then this raises up to about 20 foot up, but it was just at the start of that there. Absolutely slammed it. Right, we're on about the same sort of area. I think we're just sort of coming onto the larger part of the wreckage where they like to hide. It's important to have your drag set right. That wasn't set correctly and it could have screamed straight back into the wreck. Luckily it was only a small one, all I had to take then. Yeah, we're drifting lovely, 1.3 knots, just about right. I'm just coming off it now, so I'll say the tide runs that way and this wreck is laying that way, so you're sort of going across bits of it, but at the end of the day, if the fish are there, it doesn't matter. You just got to keep working that area, so I'm just gonna keep going across it, and that's on a cheapie. You haven't got to spend a fortune on lures. It breaks my heart when I lose a Savage gear one, you know, £12 a pop. But I'll be honest, if the fish are feeding, a rubber glove with a hook through it will do. You know, nothing too fancy, but I mean, it is all about working that lure. Right, let's go back round it now. Now, I'll try and show you what I've been doing. So, I don't know if you can see all those lines there. That's where I've been going across. So I've worked the whole of this wreck down, and so it's just going to come up now, so I'm going to get my lure down. I'll try and get some images of it for you to see. Yep, I'm in. Yep. This feels slightly different. Whether it's a little codling, I don't know. It doesn't feel like a pollock, but probably a pout. Hope not. I don't know. Might just be a small pollock. Oh yeah, just a yeah. Lovely. Another nice little healthy one. Right, I've just dropped down again, and that has literally mangled that. So I've just put another lure on. But as I say, they're cheap as chips, so it doesn't really matter. I think that's what that tail bite was the first time I dropped down. It snatched it, and I think it just, they're so aggressive when they take pollock. Right, I'm on the bottom now, so let's try again. I'm roughly in the same sort of area as I was, so I'm a bit far on the bottom. Yeah, so just bring it up, just a few turns. You don't want to be in that wreck, but it's lovely. It's just straight down. We're doing 1.5 knots, which is perfect drifting for a wreck. So it's raising up now, so it's come up about 25 foot. I'm just on the top of it. I think when I come over the top, that's where they'll lay. Yep, I'm in. I'm in now. Is that a fish or? No, I'm in the wreck. Oh dear. Oh well, had to happen. Excuse my French. Right, so I need to tie a leader on that, but what I'm going to do, I don't use it often, I'll try the other rod. It's already set up. And I think I'll go one of these for now, because I haven't got, I've got some more of the pearl ones under the cabin. Let's put this on. Right, let's just make sure I've got my clutch set. Yeah, it's about right. Okay, let's go back round. I'll do in a minute, I'll do another drift over, and then I'll tie my my Tenru. I'll put a leader on, and I'll show you how I do my fluorocarbon to braid knot. I don't think it's anything special, but really it's never let me down. Right, we'll try this other rod, and I've got like a rhubarb and custody thing on here. So I will tie my fluorocarbon on that, and I'll show you the knot that I use. It's pretty easy, and never really seems to let me down. Right, okay, so we're down with this one now. So this is a much lighter action, but be good fun. A really nice rod actually, this. It's a Pro X Dower, I think, yeah. It's a much softer action. I actually bought this for sort of more reef work and wrasse fishing, but yeah, it's capable. Well, we'll soon see if I can snap it. So those, the really big pollock, you sort of get them January, February time, so they've sort of shot their roe now, so you're not going to get, you'll get double figure ones, but you're not going to get like the 16, 17 pounders that I was getting earlier on in the year. I suppose those ones that I was catching were, I don't know, probably £6, £8. Nice, I suppose, nice size to eat if you eat them. Really healthy fish, you know. Well, didn't get anything over that drift. So what I might do is, so I do love my rod. I'll probably set that up. So let's come up, and I'll show you this knot that I do. Right, it's quite a simple knot for simple people. So what I use is, I use this Seagar. It's brilliant fluorocarbon. Now all I do is I do like a granny knot. So through the loop twice, then I make a figure of 8, and where the tag end comes out, let me get this, where the tag end comes out, you put your line through, your braid through, and then where that joins the other line, you go through that, and then pull that through. Where is it? And then you pull that knot tight, so wet that. Pull pull that one tight, and that's that knot done. And then what I do is I go get the braid. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. See, right? So I get the braid and I make a loop over the line, and I go round that eight times. Not really making it look very easy. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then what I do is I go through that loop, and then what it is it's 2 knots tightening together, and this hasn't let me down. I wet that, so these 2 knots here, you'll see they pull together, and that has never let me down. So you only really want about 18 inches of this. All it is to stop it snagging on the wreck or on the reef when you're fishing, and then I just cut these little bits short, the bits that are sticking out. These are braid scissors. So yeah, there it is. That's the knot. I don't know if you can see that in the sunlight. About 18 inches, then tie my quick swivel on that. Okay, and that's it all set up. I don't know if you can see on this lead head, I've just coloured the eyes in with a permanent marker. Don't know if it does anything, but it's well, who knows. Seems to be working at the minute. Right, let's go back round. So I've got both my rods set up now, so if one snags, I've got the other one ready. So I'll go back round and see what we can do. It's showing a clump of fish down there now, not on the wreck, so whether that's mackerel, I'm not sure. Would be great to get some to do some of this tope fishing a little bit later. But, okay, we're on the bottom. I'm going to go out and do a video with a friend of mine who's quite good at turbot fishing. I'm not no expert at that. Done a little bit, had a couple in my time, never really had the patience for it. But he's going to, we're going to go out and have a go and see. We've got a couple of tricks up our sleeves. Again, it's all about getting the fresh bait. You need the mackerel, you know, to catch them. But we're going to try. People seem to be quite successful of using a lure like a sidewinder and snatching that along, and the turbot seem to be taking that. So we're going to do a couple of variations, try a circle hook and a J hook, see what it's all about. But you need really quite fast tides for that. So at the minute, really, this is sort of conga tide. So I'm going to be going out hopefully and doing that. I'm supposed to be taking he's oh, I thought I was in then. He's a friend of mine. He works in the tackle shop. He's a really nice guy, and he wants to come out congering, but whenever the tide's right, he's not ready, or I'm not ready, or whatever. It's you've got to really work around the tide. So I'm just coming to the end of this now. Whether they're going to be on the back edge of this again. Did have a couple of little snatches. Nothing really. So yeah, I'm just coming on the end of it now. So let's retrieve, and I'll go back round and have another go. I'll say I'll fish until slack water, and then my intentions are, I have got a load of bait here. Fresh mackerel is key really, but if not, if I can't, I'll try some. I don't know where my feathers are. I had them all made up, but if I can't get any fresh mackerel, then I've got frozen herring and God knows what. So tope are pretty, you know, they'll eat anything really. So to get a nice scent trail going, I've got my bait dropper, which I'll try not to lose again this time. It was when I did the bream fishing, it just sort of all went wrong. I had a bad telephone conversation. Then the next thing I know is I didn't tie the knot on the bait dropper properly, and £50 dropped in the sea. But anyway, I've got it here. I've got a new one, so we'll try it. Right, let's get back round on this rig. So I've just moved over slightly. I'm sort of trying to work my way through. There's a cuttle floating past there, so that's the end of that season there. But as I say, I've got so many in my freezer. I'm trying to desperately work them out, so I've got to do a couple of conger trips. I love conger fishing anyway, but it's it'd be nice. And as I say, Cliff wants to come out. He's a subscriber to the channel and always gives me a lot of support. Puts my stickers up everywhere. So it'd be nice for him to come out. And also Martin, the owner of the tackle shop, he wants to come congering. So yeah, I love it. I do. It is messy. You get covered in slime and whatever. It'd just be nice to get past that £40 mark, you know. I haven't had one much over 40, and I know they're out there. There's a wreck I fish sort of 30 mile out, and I know there's some big ones out there 80 plus, you know. So mind you, I struggle at getting a 40 in. So right, I've come to the end of this wreck now, so I'm going to wind up. I think I'm going to continue my way down and then go back where I know I was catching a couple. It's a bit like panning for gold, you know. They are in certain streaks throughout this wreck. Just got to find them, you know. So I'm going to go back round here, and I think I'll come over. I'm sort of got a little tip left on the end. I'm going to go the other way round the wreck this way. Instead of going right the way round, I'll go round this way and then work that area. Then I've virtually worked all the wreck, but I'm pretty sure I know where the pay streak is. Now I'll try and show you what I've been doing. So I don't know if you can see all those lines there. That's where I've been going across. So I've worked the whole of this wreck down, and so it's just going to come up now. So I'm going to get my lure down. Alright, got my lure in. So I flick it slightly up the bow. So by the time it comes down, it's virtually level with me. Yeah, the tide is slowing down now, so we'll fish it until it's slack, and then I'll move and try and get some mackerel, and then do a little bit of tope fishing. Yeah, please let me know if there's any videos you'd like me to do. Put it in the comments. I'm trying to get 2 a month now to do. As I say, I'm going to do a turbot one, probably conger next, and then when the tides get right for the turbot, I'm going to go out and try and fish for them. And I'd like to do a nice one on place fishing, but they just don't seem to be around. I think the dredgers are absolutely slaughtering it at the minute. So I spoke to the commercial guys. They're a wealth of knowledge in Hastings, you know, on Hastings Beach, and they're just saying that the fishing's being slaughtered. Yeah, we're really drifting slow now, so we're coming up to slack, so I may well get myself around by the Sovereign Tower, and yeah, I think I'm going to move. Okay, so I've just come onto this this tope mark. There's quite a few bullus being caught here, and a few tope my mate's been having, so it's just a bit of rough ground really on a reef. So I'm going to give a try here. So I may just see what happens, because it's slack water now. So I'll see what see if there's any mackerel down here. I don't really like fishing for mackerel, I'll be honest, but I'll put a rod over and just see. And then what I'll do is when I start moving, I'll chuck the pick in. I think the wind's going to beat me today. So I've just got one, but I've got loads of frozen stuff. It's no big deal. You know, like I say, they're pretty much scavengers, tope, so they'll take anything. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to set the anchor, and we're starting to move now. I think I'll set the anchor and then get myself set up, and so the wind is starting to come, but I should be all right when I'm on anchor. The wind will be behind me, so I'm going to move around, get myself in position, and bung the pick down. Right, I think I'm getting a bite on this rod here. Just put that out with that fresh mackerel that I caught. ratchet just started to go, so we shall see. Well, I've just rebaited up just 2 frozen mackerel again. Look like that fresh one I put on there have been attacked, but I don't know what, you know, maybe dogfish or crab or God knows what. But so the wind is starting to blow up a bit now. I know I only had a short window of weather today, so it's I'm going to give it probably half hour, see what happens on here, and then I'm probably going to go in. I was going to hit a reef on the way in, but I don't want to tempt the weather. You know, I've had quite a good day. I had quite a few pollock, and I was hoping it would have been nice to hook into a tope. Well, I think I'm going to go in because it's 5 to 12. I don't know if you can see. It's getting quite windy out here and quite choppy, so it's not quite a few white horses coming up. I knew it was going to blow, so I had a few hours opportunity today, but I never ever tempt the weather. You can't mess about with the sea, it'll take you. So yeah, I think I'm going to get the rods in, get the anchor up and bomb in. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry I didn't catch any tope for you today, but there's loads of other opportunities to do it. So hopefully my next video may be conger, or I'm hoping when the tides pick up, it needs to be a nice fast running tide, I'm going to do some turbot fishing. But yeah, drop me a note in the comments of what you'd like to see. You know, any videos or any explanation you'd like me to do, I'll be more than happy to do that. Thanks for watching, fantastic, and sorry I didn't catch loads today, but it's only fishing.